From a success standpoint, we moved from the modular indirect supervision modality to a more predominantly direct supervision, where we have the dormitories. We have up to 68 defendants in a unit with a uniformed deputy in each one of those, and I can say that I'm quite pleased with the results of that. We have seen a decrease in the number of incidents of violences. If you put people in this environment, there's going to be problems. There's going to be personality conflicts. But what we're seeing is what we expected to see, is that the deputies are able to intervene well in advance before it becomes physical. Where in the old facility, because we weren't in those units with them, oftentimes we wouldn't know something had occurred. There was a fight or other issues going on until after the fact. Where with the direct supervision dorms, again, because the deputies are in there, they can see problems before they become too problematic. They can intervene. They manage their units, so that's a great success. From a programming standpoint, again, our challenges at the old facility is we had very little program space. We had to take the defendants out of their living units to various program areas. And when we built this facility and designed it, we incorporated those program spaces in the units themselves. So just in the 6 months that we've been here, not only have we continued to facilitate and enhance the programs that we've already offered over the years, we've actually added some. We've added to our chemical dependency program a family component to that program, so it's not just the participants, it's the family members and loved ones of the participants. That's something we're very proud of. We've implemented a course called Seeking Safety, which is something that DOC is also doing.
What happens with that?
Seeking Safety is basically a program generated and focused towards the female offender.
Okay.
So we've rolled that out in our female dormitory unit with great success. We've also implemented a life skills program. We initially focused primarily on the male defendants for that, because again, we were doing Seeking Safety. We started life skills for males, but that is also something we're going to begin rolling out for the female defendants as well. And all this programming is taking place on the units themselves. And the other class we just started yesterday is a parenting class for the female defendants as well. And that was very well received in that unit, and we'll have an opportunity to go into that unit here shortly, because quite frankly, it's E-dorm. That's our female dormitory. That, in my opinion, is our greatest success story in this facility. It was very problematic in the old facility because, again, we weren't in a direct supervision modality for the female offenders there. Because of sight lines and because of security, they were essentially out of sight, out of mind, because we had to have the blinds closed and nothing but problems within that unit. Since we have moved over here and they are now in a dormitory with some very top-notch corrections deputies who work with them every day, we have very few problems in that unit. In fact, some people may kind of grimace at this, but we've had a holiday show that they put on, and we've had a talent show that they put on since we've been here. And I attended both of them, and I thought it was great. It wasn't just great because it was something they put together. What I had mentioned to the entire group is, even those that weren't participating were showing a level of respect. They were in the audience, they weren't talking over them, they weren't being disruptive. So that's the thing I keyed on, is not only were they staying busy in a positive sense, but everybody that wasn't participating was showing a significant level of respect in that unit. So,
in one location, and we've been saying that since day one. Even before we even agreed to move in, we made it very clear we're going to need to get a flex unit. It's because of what we're seeing. We just said we have 25 in contract housing. Well, we also have to ensure that we have a space available for when we bring in custodies today. And so the staff is really inundated with how do we make sure that we're ensuring that we're able to take in people and not have to put ourselves in a bad position where we're extremely overcrowded. And that's been really difficult to maybe let the county commissioners know where we're at. Because you're in a new facility, you need to make it work. You know, we got you this, so you need to make it work mentality. And unfortunately, that is not the way we made this happen. We made this happen because knowing that we were going to need a flex unit. There's no option to that. It's a must.
Can you just
We don't know what their conditions, we don't know what state or influences are affecting them. So this is a volatile area. And if you're taking cooperative, I've finished my time, release people, and you're mixing them with that crowd, you're just asking for trouble. So fortunately, in the design phase of this facility, there was heavy staff involvement from the very beginning, input all the way through. And one of those benefits is the separation of those functions.
Yeah.
There's a transfer area strictly and solely for movement from in custody to in custody. So if I'm going to give you from my agency to your agency, that happens over here in uniforms and nothing else goes on there. If you're being arrested, this is the only place you're going into this facility. If you're being released, that's the only place you're going to be released from. We never send a body going out into the free world through our intake area. And then for our medical, they have their own Sally Port area.